Hi, it's KCCK's Culture Crawl. I'm Dennis Green, and my guest today is Creighton Gaynor, who, in addition to being a musician and performer himself, also has your natural talent music organization. Creighton, welcome.
Yeah, thank you. Good to be back.
And gearing up for your new festival season for the One World Fest.
Yes.
So before we talk specifically about that, tell me about natural talent music. We've talked before, of course, but for those who aren't familiar, what's the goal of this as a producing organization? You know, what do you do? You know, what needs do you cover that aren't being covered by other organizations in town? Just give me the elevator speech.
Absolutely. Okay, so natural talent music really started out of the realization that a lot of musicians don't like to book themselves. A lot of bands don't like to do all that work and stuff. So I was in a band at the time, and I was doing a lot of the booking. So I was able to kind of take that knowledge and help out other bands and other musicians just get gigs, because it's a thing you had to do. You know, you get to practice, you have to do all this stuff, but you have to work to actually get the gigs.
Well, and a lot of times the places that will hire a musician is also a moving target.
Absolutely.
You know, there's new places that come in. There's places that used to do music, but now want to start it up again.
Yeah.
So trying to keep that database going as an organization that promotes different venues or has people calling us saying, hey, I'm coming into town. Where can I play?
Right.
It's like, well, let me look at the list and first off, make sure it's all still current. Yeah,
exactly. It's crazy, especially right now. I mean, we've known, Iowa City, Cedar Rapids, the area has just had that up and down thing. You just never know. And I've had the same thing. People have called me that I'm coming through town. Where can I play? And it's like, well, this place would have been awesome for you. It would have been perfect. It's not there anymore. So let's look at something else. But that's kind of where it came from. And I really enjoy both sides of it. I really enjoy performing, but I really like the business side of it too, and just getting things set up. And we like to just do really good, high quality shows. And then we also like to just kind of work with anybody for the most part, whatever makes sense for us. If it's something we can help out with, we're going to do it.
You were on the show a few weeks ago and Michael Saracen was through town. And that was, you didn't have a relationship with him prior to that.
Exactly.
But the venue hooked you up as somebody who could facilitate his appearance.
Yeah, and that's awesome. I love doing that. I love getting those calls out of the blue like, hey, can you help me out? And that was great. And that was with a venue that I've partnered with before, so the relationship was really good. So yeah, we try to do that. And then I also put together specific programming that Natural Talent has created and produced, and that's where the One World.
And this is your One World Festival, which is it 4 events across the course of a year?
Yeah, we're going to do 4.
Okay, and
shifted here or there, but
we are gearing up for the first one.
That's right,
coming up at the end of June.
Yes.
So tell me about what's going to be happening.
Yeah. Okay. So this is going to be on Friday, June 27th. And this is going to be at the James Theater. I'm checking my notes because I want to be sure I'm getting everything right. But June 27th at the James Theater in Iowa City. This one, as with all natural talent shows in the One World series, we try to bring at least two different genres that represent probably a couple of different cultures together at the same time. And this, on the June 27th, we have Blame Not the Bard, who is an Irish band, a really, really good Irish band that's pretty local. They're going to be playing along with KERAK, which is another local group, kind of newish to the scene, but they've been doing some really, really good work. Blame Not the Bard is an Irish band, so you're going to have that traditional Irish sound, storytelling, pipes and whistles and fiddles and all the good stuff. It's really, really fun time. And then KERAK is kind of they call it a Mediterranean global fusion. So like the lead person in the group will do a lot of the lead playing and a lot of the singing. I believe he's from France, if I'm remembering correctly. So some of the lyrics will be in French. His main instrument is an Algerian mandol, if I'm getting this right. There's so many things that I'm learning too. So, we all have things to pick up on. So this will be kind of one part of the program will be the traditional Irish music, as I was mentioning. The other part of the program is going to be kind of a fusion of global sounds that kind of center around the Mediterranean.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
A Mendel, I've never heard of. Is that a stringed instrument, guitar-like?
Yes.
So maybe related to the oud, perhaps?
Exactly. Yes, it looks very much like an oud. They're very, very similar, but as you know, instruments developed here, and they go over to this continent and they get changed a little bit, but they're all still the same-ish thing. It's one of those situations.
How did you first become aware of these two groups?
Okay, so I'm a big fan of all types of music. As
I know
probably
this.
you know.
Creighton is on the Jazz Fest music committee, taking over, booking some of the stages
Yeah.
next year. So, yeah, so you always bring both traditional and non-traditional thoughts to the table, which I love.
That's my thing, it's gotta have to mix it up because there's so much great stuff out there, Some of it we know of here in Iowa and in the States, some of it we just don't, So we're trying to kinda get all that in there. But I'm a big Irish music fan. I love Celtic music. I go to all sorts of stuff, and I'd heard about this band. Actually, I'd gone to another Irish music thing, somewhere. I think it was, somewhere close by. And I was like, "Oh, that'd be really cool to program an Irish band for this series, so let's do that." The band that I wanted to get, I think it was, like, their last performance. So
Oh.
when I was trying to reach out, they were like, sorry, it's not gonna work out." But I had gone to another Irish, Celtic thing over in Coralville, and I knew a person that was involved in that realm. So I contacted them, and they were like, "Yeah, my group's not playing anymore, but you should talk to Blame Not the Bard. They'd be a good one to check out." So I went and checked them out at a show not too long ago, and was like, "Yeah, this is definitely something I'd like to get on one of my stages." And that was pretty much it. I contacted them from there, and they were like, "Sure."
And then you boy, yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
Offered them a place to perform, and they were in.
Yeah, ready to go.
Of course,
Ready to go.
yeah.
Yep.
And then, and KERAK also on this venue.
Yeah.
Tell me about what else you have planned for the rest of the season.
Absolutely. All right. So June 27th is this one. Then we're going to do 4. We're shooting for 4 over the course of the year. The next one is going to be Saturday, August 9th. And all of these are going to be at the James Theater in Iowa City. So the next one will be Saturday, August 9th. And that one's going to be, I'm bringing back Paco, who is a really high-level Afrofusion, West African Ghanaian high life drum set player. And it's such like joyful music, and it's happy, but it's also makes you think a little bit. It's definitely dancey. The jazz fans will love it because as a aficionado, Paco is just a wonderful drummer, and he's got such a great sense of musicality. And then another couple of his other folks in the band are great soloists and just make up awesome melodies.
And as a percussionist yourself, you know drummers.
Oh, well, I try. Yeah, man, and he's just amazing. And whether you're a musician or just a fan or a dancer or just somebody who likes just being in a good atmosphere, it's awesome because what they bring is just amazing. We did have them here last year at the James again, and people were just like, "This was great. Thank you for bringing them, and hope they come back." And they're coming back.
Excellent.
So preparing them on August 9th with a group that is kind of from Des Moines, but also like from other parts in Latin America. The guys from Latin America come to town, come to Iowa, come to the States every once in a while. This is one of those times. So I'm going to be bringing Paranderos Latin Combo. They'll be playing first that night along with Paco on August 9th. The next one will be in October. So Friday, October 24th, again at the James. There's a basically local guy, but he's so national now that we're just glad to have him back in town. His name is River Glenn or River Breitbach. He's done a lot of different things, put out a lot of different recordings, did a really big project with, I think it was over 100 Iowa musicians recently, and has just released another one that's just dropping right now. So we're happy to have him in October. So that'll be October 24th. And then December 5th is the last one. I'm honestly still working out all the details on this one, Dennis.
We won't hold you to anything you say here today.
Thank you. I appreciate that. I'm hoping that's going to be the day that we're going to do a holiday show at the James.
Oh, fun.
Yeah. We did a really fun one last year. It was a steel pan holiday show with a really, really good band from Des Moines that I've known for forever. And hopefully I'll be bringing them back, but we're going to do something on that day if nothing else works out.
So the One World Festival gets underway June 27th at the James. Blame Not the Bard and KERAK. And we'll give the website and how to get tickets here in just a second. But before we go, I know you've done a great job of promoting everybody else's bands, but your own band, the Jumbies, keeps fairly busy too. You got any shows coming
I
up?
don't know if they can see this or not,
Yeah,
but I
if you're
wore this on purpose.
If you're watching the video, Creighton is rocking the Jumbies t-shirt.
Had to do it. Shameless promotion. That's the way it goes. With Jumbies, it's fortunate and unfortunate. We played recently. We're not going to play again until August.
Okay.
So our next gig will be August 8th. We'll be playing over in the Quad Cities for Live at 5 outside of Common Chord.
Oh, okay.
But then after that, we're going to be playing in Iowa City for the Friday night concert series, the Ped Mall. I think that is August 26th, if I'm remembering correctly. 26th or 29th, the Friday of that last week of August.
All right. Well, we've hit you with a lot of dates and things like that during this. So if people want to visit online and find these events and get tickets bought, how do they do it?
Yeah. Okay. So buying tickets, getting information, you can go directly to the James Theater's website. If you just Google the James Theater, it'll come up.
thejamesic.com. But yeah, Google it because sometimes it's hard to remember which end of the name IC lives.
Yes. And if it's com or org or whatever.
Right.
So the James Theater will be that. You can also, I'll be posting stuff online on Natural Talent Music's social media. So if you follow us on Facebook, Natural Talent Music, or
Instagram.
on Instagram at NatTalMuse. So NATTALMUS. You can find it there too.
All right. It's great to have Natural Talent and the One World Fest gearing back up again.
Yeah.
Best of luck with this opening one, and then come back in August and we'll do a preview of the second show.
Sounds great. Thanks, Dennis.
Thanks, Creighton. You can hear the Culture Crawl live on the radio most weekdays at 10:30, on demand at kcck.org/culture, or subscribe using your favorite podcast player. Watch our videos on the KCCK Facebook and YouTube channels. Our producer is Lydia Kilgore. The Culture Crawl theme is composed by Vivian Shanley. I'm Dennis Green, and I'll talk to you later.